So my name is Daniel. I'm the organizer of an event called Break Sue, which is actually a breakdance competition for colleges. And so this workshop is kind of an extension of that. JonJon is the creator of a game called Floor Kids. It's a b-boy game, and he's going to be vending at our event tomorrow. So we thought that, hey, why not come through and teach a workshop as well as part of the event? And so that's why we're here.
So Floor Kids started as just an animated 4-minute video clip for the internet. It was Noogie was one of the original characters versus Olive, and it was just a battle. And it was kind of just to make it look like a handheld internet clip of two boys battling. And it comes from basically me and my friends, just kind of like trying to make a name in the scene at that time. But in the end, I ended up animating our moves instead, because you can hold freezes for way longer if it's just a drawing. So it was kind of our way of it was my way of cheating to get all the moves that I couldn't get, So in a weird way, every character has moves that I would do. They have moves that I want still to this day. I would try, There's moves that I feel like no one else would have them. I wanted to put my own. I wanted to put an original flavor, but that character's flavor. I wanted each character to have its own personality. So there's about 10,000 unique hand-drawn frames. The way that we approached the design, and it was like a team. We formed a team, and each person was coming from their own sort of turf. The DJ is Kid Koala. The coders are from a studio called HoloLabs, and Rena, her company is Envision, and she does all the work we don't want to do, the paperwork, the filings, all the stuff, the back end. And then I do the art and the animation. There was also Jody, who is a B-girl. She basically designed the controls. When we started, it was for mobile, and the programmers would be like, okay, well, we could do motion capture, we could do with the Kinect, we could do anything, we could build 3D, but the thing is, you're coming from a style that we already built hand-drawn, so I was kind of like, nah. I was like, no, it's gotta be this. So a lot of the debate would happen around what we could do, and then I just went home and I did 3 or 4 moves from the original video. And the original video was not built for cycles. It was like a freestyle, just kind of move to move, figuring it out. So I had to take those moves and reinterpret it to be cyclical to put into an engine, right? So as soon as we had a couple moves, there was top rock, and then there was a spinning move, like backspin. I'm not gonna do backspin, carbon, but and they were figuring out, okay, the spin move, we could flick it and it'll go faster. Is that right? They'd be like, is this right? Or we could scrub with the finger and then it goes backwards. Is that right? And then we would just figure out, just kind of from the basic pieces, oh yeah, this is cool, this is fun. And then it kind of went from there. But it wasn't we didn't start with a design okay, who has this move and how many, and organize it. And I think it wasn't me as an animator, it was me as the b-boy energy was nah, this is not enough to represent, this is more. No, this, okay. They were how are we gonna get this all in and have it be on a mobile phone? We ended up settling on 3 moves each of each category. I had to break it down for the coders, sort of in a simplistic, sub-elements, sub-categories. So, footwork is on the floor. But we called it down rock in the game, which got some flack for that, but it was more like the discussion from that came about because they wanted to link the controls between top rock and the category on the floor because they're both rhythmic. Whereas in the game, the other moves, power moves that spin, they spin with momentum, and then there's freezes, which is a different. So we wanted to link it, and they liked the idea because I told them I think it used to be also called down rock like way back, and then they're like, oh, that kind of links it with the name for people who don't know. Because some people coming in on the game design were like, hey, this is like too nerdy in hip hop terms for people who don't know it. Like, I gotta learn all this stuff. You know, a player isn't gonna want to learn. So we had to make these like, find the best way to like, kind of have it make sense. You guys know about idle animation in games? It's like Street Fighter. It's like, you know, like punch, back to the idle, kick, back to the idle. But kind of the b-boys will know that that's not right. That's not how it works. You don't like do a move and then go back to your idle and then like back to idle. That would be whack. So we made idle the fail state. Like if you're not doing anything, you go back to your like stopped, you know, or you fell or whatever. So in order to make it truer to the art form, every move had to link to every other move. Which means even though maybe you as a player might not feel the difference, like it's more real to how it would be. So if you're in a move, like you're in this flow state, at any point you can trigger out to a move that you want to call. Like you know the controller will go straight there. And if it doesn't go straight there, it'll go through another move to get you there.